Yes, good morning. Good morning, top of the morning, man. The news by Shanewz. So, experience. Happy Throwback Thursday. Listen a little bit, just not too much. That's the background music. And, switch it up today. But yeah, it's Thursday. I think we're getting the remnants of this hurricane system, right? I'm at the desk this morning. Um, So I'm gonna give y'all a nice, healthy live stream. We're gonna touch on this young Dolph trial, as well as the. I'm loving it, man. I did the piece yesterday. Shout out to CW for coming on the panel. Malik attempted to come on, but I was out the door, headed to the gym. Doing what I do. Um, but like I said, I watch these guys, right? Everybody is an analyst in boxing. Everybody's a content creator, right? But a lot of these guys, the reason why the game is what it is because they're not consumers or supporters of boxing. They got caught up in a system that they thought really meant something in boxing, as far as being a content creator, coming up with a audience, a fan base, a support system, and it was all smoke and mirrors, man. It was all smoke and mirrors, and this Tank Davis, Jake Paul fight being announced has really exposed them to the highest frequency, and a lot of the content creators. Um, they want to act like they're in an uproar, but what Tank Davis basically did, or what Jake Paul was able to do, is what a lot of you guys perpetrate and fake jacks that you are, right? Jake Paul was a real influencer, a social media influencer, what a lot of you boxing guys claim to be, but you really don't have the people's support or your support system support like that. Whereas Jake Paul was a real social media influencer, and he made the transition into the boxing world as a fighter and promoter. And as a promoter, with his audience support system really supporting him, he started exposing all of these fake boxing promoters, these guys who many content creators and narrative pushers were acting like were the motion, or what I like to say, with their promotion companies and being stars, but they really wasn't. And a guy like Jake Paul, who nobody took serious, but the real game took serious, came in with his audience, his core support system, put on shows, continue to box, surrounded himself with real boxing players. Shout out to my man Larry Wade, Jalen Love. Also got work with the homie David Flatt. These are guys who actually were involved in boxing. And these are people that Jake Paul was bringing around, working with. Some of them he still works with. And like I said, he came in with his audience, a real support system, a real influencer. And a lot of these boxing YouTubers and, narrative pushers were always lying. They were always lying. They were always telling you, Lions Only Promotion, Man Down Promotion, GTD Promotion. These fighters, they have promotional companies, but they was not pushing the line, moving the needle. Whereas Jake Paul not only was pushing the line, he was moving the needle. Look at Amanda Soriano, right? Look at Alicia Baumgartner. Look at all these fighters that he has signed underneath him, these women fighters, and many male fighters now too. I think he just signed the young boy out of the Maryland area. He got a little clout too. He was an Olympian. He's with Jake Paul, man. He's with Jake Paul. But how is the content looking, y'all? Smash the like button, say good morning. All these things are free, man. All these things are free. I'm noticing people coming in and out of my live streams now, man. It's all right. You can comment, man. You can comment. You can't hide no more, man. My numbers are growing. Whether you comment or not, but hit the like button. Share the content. This is all free things to do, man. But if you're a jealous fan, if you're a fake fan, you're not gonna do it, and it doesn't matter anymore. If you see, I've just been drowning the boxing community, especially. I'm drowning you guys. I'm drowning all you fake boxing fans. I put out a bunch of boxing content yesterday in the gym. I'll probably put out more, right? And about 2 years from now, I guarantee you, a lot of you guys is gonna come out the bushes and want to get a job with me. I guarantee you're gonna come out of the bushes, and I'm gonna say, you know what? Maybe you gotta holler at my daughters, right? Because you watched in the bushes as a jealous content fan. You watched in the bushes as a fake supporter of boxing, and you watch me develop fighters, you watch me get fighters situated, you watch me develop a media company, you watch me develop all of these things, and you didn't do nothing to support it. Free at all, right? Like I said, likes are free, sharing content is free. These are all free things to do. So do you think once, like I posted something yesterday on my Facebook page, I was overlooked, lied on, but now you can't even afford my goods and services. You can't afford it. So I try to give you the guys the free things. These are free things right here. The like button, sharing content, that's free. That's free. The other things I do, like I said, I'm not even trying to market or cater to you guys, because you guys are what I'm breaking down right now. You guys are the Man Down Promotions, the GTTs, the Devin Haney Promotions, the Lions Only Promotions. I'm trying to get with the Jake Paul, the MVP promotion tape, people, the real supporters, because you guys are all the guys that sit online and argue, debate about fighters and their situations, but it's obvious that they didn't even have those type of situations nor the support from guys like y'all. Because jokingly yesterday, the live stream I did, a shout out to CW for being on that, and I was saying, bands to make you dance, go Tank, bands to make you dance. How was GTP, Tank Davis Promotions, right, fighting on Netflix when he was the biggest star than Jake Paul? Bands to make you dance, go Tank. Bands to make you dance, go Tank, right? But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get into the young Dolph. But first, I'm going to go get my coffee. And I'm going to go get my coffee. I'm at the desk. So in the process of me getting my coffee, what I'm going to do is, and this will get a lot of these guys up out of here that don't need to be over here, right? Because, these guys sit around and want to copy what you do, but don't want to acknowledge you. Very weird activities. Like I said, the jealous fans, this to get the jealous fans up out of here right now. I'm going to get you jealous fans up out of here. I'm going to go make me a coffee. And in the process of me making my coffee, what I'm going to do is, to buy me some time, come over here. All right. Bang. Go to a playlist. All right. Man, how is the content looking now? And then when I get back, what I will do is I'll get on the wave.
Tonight, ditching.
Oh wait, Crazy had me tight, man. I'm just loosening up tonight, man.
Stepping into the mirror-filled gym, I push boundaries in vibrant workout attire.
Let me see some, Curly. Let me see some, Curly. There you go. There you go, Sebastian, with that hook. Turn on that hook. Turn on it. Yeah, keep that hand up. Keep that hand up. There you go. Right there, Sebastian. You work with those. Yeah. You got a shot. Yeah, work your 1-2. Move around. Yeah. He can throw him. He can throw him. Work your 1-2. There you go, Sebastian. There you go. Move your head a little bit. Move your head. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Right there, Sebastian. You work with those. Yeah. Passion. Yeah, work your 1-2. Move around. Yeah. He can throw him. He can throw him. Work your 1-2. There you go, Sebastian. There you go. Move your head a little bit. Move your head. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey. Yeah. There you go. So it's experience, y'all. Let me see some, Curly. Let me see some, Curly. Yeah. There you go, Sebastian, with that hook. Turn on that hook. Turn on it. Yeah, keep that hand up. Keep that hand up. There you go. Yeah, no, y'all, no waves for me tonight, y'all. No, I'm just loose. Hey, yeah. There you go. There you go. So it's experience, y'all. Yeah, get that bounce, Malachi. Get that bounce. So it's experience, y'all. There you go, Sebastian. There you go. So it's it, yeah. Macho time. Everybody in here working, man. You see it. You see it. You see it. How is the content looking now? Yeah. There you go, Sebastian. Fire, fire. Yeah.
All right. We are back, man. We are back. I got my coffee. I got the coffee. I got my coffee, right? So what I'm gonna do now, without further ado, let's proceed with the handle. Let's proceed. Right? Let's proceed. Shout out to the father that's in the building. Hit the like button. Like button. Likes are free, y'all. Likes are free, man. Hit the like button. But first, I want to talk about this young Dolph, man. The young Dolph trial, right? Now, I was following this because, like I said, I'm a Law and Order guy, right? I can watch a Law and Order marathon all day, you know, especially because a lot of the Law and Order stories are actual trials and different real life cases. They just switch up the names and the different things, right? So when you watch a young Dolph trial or the trials that are on TV. It's just an extension of Law and Order, but in real life, real time. And the young Dolph trial, they had co-defendants take the stand and say that they were paid. And then what I like is to watch the defense attorney when they get a chance to cross-examine these guys, you know, because those are the guys that are basically arguing or defending your life. So I love to see how they carry it. Like what is their defense for some of these things. Like when the guy who um basically was his co-defendant testified on it. I wanted to see how the lawyer, the defense attorney was going to counter that, you know. But this trial, to me, it went quick, right? Let me just make sure before I say the wrong thing. I think that the jury already is in deliberation. It only been 3 days, right? Only been 3 days. I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, were the closing arguments. Let's just look it up, right? I'm gonna look it up quick. Like I said, just bear with me. I'm taking my time. This is a different type of content. I did, this is a boxing channel. We are doing other content now, as you've seen from the playlist that I played. I am an active, whatever I don't know what you want to categorize me as anymore when it comes to the boxing, but you see, I do be in the gym, putting it down, right? And things of that nature. But I think yesterday wrapped it up, right? If I'm not mistaken. Shout out to the people that's in the building. Man, hit the like button. Likes are free. You know? And shout out to my daughter. Coach Reed told me to say, yo, chat, what up, chat? Like Kai Sinat. Chat, what up, chat? Yo, chat, what up? Chat, what up? Yes, it's not looking too good for Mr. Hernandez, man. Like I said, this guy right here, Shooter testifies, right? Shooter testifies to alleged scheming young Dolph's death during trial of alleged mastermind. That was his co-defendant, man. But the attorney yesterday, while I was listening to this, I was watching. You guys was hearing the audio. This is what I was playing yesterday. This is when the investigators, and the thing that I like about Memphis, right? Memphis is a majority black town. So when you're watching this trial, the judge, a lot of people are black. A lot of people look like us, right? So it's easier to identify with, right? You see all kind of court officers, they're black. It's easy to identify with, right? Yeah, so I was correct. It says that the defense attorney. So that was a quick trial, 3 days, man. So now the jury is in deliberation, right? They are deliberating. A trial was rather quick, right? You know, I'm saying when I do these Instacart things in and out like a robbery. This was a quick trial. Now a lot of times, right? How long was the P Diddy trial? Y'all remember? Anybody that's in here, feel free to comment. How long was the P? Right, just to give a quick speaking point, right? How long was the P Diddy trial, right? Let's look that up, right? Right, let's look that up, right? We can look that up. Right? actual trial, not when he was on trial. Let's look that up real quick. Yo, look. Quick comparison, see? Quick Google search of that. Yo, the P. Diddy trial. Pay attention to this, right? The P. Diddy trial, which was not no high profile murder, right? I think like some of his more serious charges were like sex trafficking, not with murder, right? 8 weeks. P. Diddy's trial lasted 8 weeks, right? This young Dolph, murder for hire, right? 3 days. 3 days, man. Is that good or bad? 3 days, right? They ran through a whole murder trial in 3 days. They're doing deliberations now, the jury. So a verdict can come back today, right? That'd be even faster, right? But P. Diddy's trial, 8 weeks, not even a murder trial, sex trafficking and all kind of other stuff, baby oil, take that. Yeah. But an actual murder for hire, 3 days. Just want to put that in perspective. They put out, it was a lot of information in this young Dolph trial. They were showing the communications between these guys. But the jury deliberation has begun. And Mr. Hernandez is facing life. Now, the reason why I definitely was covering this is because I was, like I said, I mind that the RICO is coming for Young Gotti. Yo Gotti, right? Yo Gotti got some good songs I like. But they saying he's about to get jammed up, right? And another thing that was real, I was watching the chat. They were trying to make it seem like Yo Gotti had his brother killed. He was tying up loose ends, right? Because he did not want his brother, because allegedly his brother was I guess had put up the money or something, or he was gonna. Y'all can see I'm at the desk. Let's put my camera on real quick. See, there I go. I'm here. I just don't have the camera on. But yeah, so the brother was unalived, right? He was tying up loose ends. I was looking in the chat. These people were saying, and I'm like, damn. You think he killed his own brother? This is all alleged, right? All alleged, right? I'm like, man, you think he unalived or was part of the back door to have his own brother unalived, right? Because the RICO. That's what everybody's talking about. This is going to lead to the RICO. That's another reason why I've been, doing different type of content, but still staying focused on the boxing. But like I said, with the boxing, for me, I exposed a lot of this shit. That's why CW was over here yesterday. He even said it, man. He gave me my flowers. Cause like I've been exposing the boxing, because I'm a boxing baby. How you see those kids in the gym? That was me. That's why this is like the circle of life is back. I'm back, right? That was me in the boxing gyms as a baby, young kid like that, right? And that is why I speak how I speak on the game of boxing. I'll be like, yo, when these guys was always talking about the money, I'm like, nah, these niggas ain't making the money like that. They was making more money back in the day. They were making more money back in the day, man. These guys ain't making no money, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. These guys are like the YouTube community. You niggas will sell your ass for a super chat, man. You guys are online. And the thumbnail, I wanted to use a different thumbnail. Matter of fact, let me put my stuff up right now, right? I'll put the thumbnails up right now. I had a different thumbnail to use. I'll use. I was gonna use it for this one, man. You guys are making 20K to 40K a month, off of YouTube. Some of you guys are legends. That's what you're saying. But you guys remind me of these fake narratives for these fighters, right? If you guys were making this type of money, the Jake Pauls, right? Right? The Jake Paul content guys shouldn't be killing y'all. You guys should be on the verge of being like a Jake Paul if you're making that type of money. Because if you're making that type of money, that means you really have a legit audience, a fan base that is supporting you. Jake Paul was making way more than that. And he took what he was doing on social media and brought it to the actual mainstream. You see it, he's with Netflix, right? Switching gears a little bit right now, right? He's with Netflix, right? Gervonta Davis is the biggest star according to YouTube Box, and then you listen to these guys. Gervonta Davis is the biggest star, right? But yet, the guy who was considered a joke, Jake Paul, was considered a joke by many. The big pay-per-view star, Gervonta Davis, has to fight on his network and platform. Now, I did the live yesterday, but you know, when it comes to me, these guys been scared, jealous fans. They're not gonna come on my channel, especially if they secretly try to go against me or thinking that by not watching me, not supporting my content, was stopping who I was becoming, what I was doing in real time, in real life. It doesn't work that way, man. It's like this is the computer, the internet, content. It's content, right? It's like if you do something in real life or you're doing something in real life, regardless if you present what you do on the internet, if they support it or not, it's not stopping what you're doing. Only thing it really is doing is exposing who really fucks with you, who doesn't. It's just exposing who really supports you and who doesn't. That's it. I've been telling you guys that for years. But with me, I think God had me doing my thing for a reason. That it's the circle of life and it's the journey, right? It's the journey, the joy, the pain, the journey, right? So now where I'm at in the game, I just look at a lot of people so different. I'll be like, yo, just stay over there. You're not for me. You're not part of my tribe. You're a jealous fan. That's why I created Jealous Fan Zone Inc. I stand on that too. Jealous Fan Zone Inc. Man. You know, Jealous Fan Zone Inc. But Jake Paul, who came in the game as a joke. See these fighters, the actual fighters, the players knew that he wasn't a joke. Canelo, you know, was smart. The one thing about the team Canelo, they are smart. You see what they did? They still maintain their status in their spot. Maintain it because they didn't have it, man. They were smoke and mirrors, right? Jake Paul was doing big numbers, real big numbers. That's why, look, Jake Paul kind of fucked the boxing game up because he did real numbers. He had a fan base that was actually supporting him. That's why he was able to secure the Netflix backing. Right now, if these boxers, the Devin Haney's, the Tank Davises, the Earl Spencers, all these guys that you say are big time superstars, superstar boxer, if these guys was really that, especially the guys like the PBC guys who were supposed to be the superstars doing all these numbers, Prime would have gave them a budget. Prime would have gave them a budget. And I'm just not trying to make this about PBC. The same thing with Top Rank. If these guys were doing the numbers and the star fighters that they claimed they was, ESPN would have never left them. ESPN would have continued to keep funding them and giving them a budget, but it's been all smoke and mirrors, man. And yesterday, just man, it was just the icing on the cake and the cherry on the sundae. Because now all of these same guys that are internet content gimmicks are mad at Gervonta Davis for basically becoming a gimmick, but he has always been a gimmick. The jig is just up now. He has always been a gimmick, man. It's always been smoke and mirrors since with Leonard Allaby, right? And the Mayweather days. Tank, Tank is a superstar and all of that. That was, he's a superstar, but I guess Jake Paul is the bigger superstar now. Jake Paul is the bigger superstar. How was the content looking, y'all? How was the content looking? How are we looking, y'all? I want to show y'all these thumbnails that I got, man. It's cool when they do it, right? It's cool when they do it, man. Right? Find out these thumbnails, man. Right? It's cool when they do it, man. But just to hear these non-consumer fans talk about Tank yesterday, right? And be upset that he's gonna fight this fight with Jake Paul and make money, right? It's like, you guys are the reason he's doing it. You guys sat online and made it seem like this guy was killing the game. Right? He was the ticket, right? But he's showing you like, bro, I'm not the ticket, man. I can't keep living this lie, right? I can't keep living this lie, man. I can't. And I think you too. What else? Tank is a smart brother. He sees all of the other guys that lived the lie, right? They lived the lie. They lived the Al Heyman lie. And look where they're at right now. Right? These are the guys that was making all of this money, man. Call Al. What they really did was, and nobody talks about that. Maybe I'll do a live on that on sometime this weekend. Maybe even tonight, man. The fact that a lot of these guys left a lot of money on the table. And that's why I'm not mad at Tank Davis for this right here. He's not leaving the money on the table. I was joking because that's my character on this band to make you dance. Go Tank, band to make you dance. He's dancing, man. He's going to get the money, man. And rightfully so, because he wasn't getting the money like everybody was saying, man. That's why me and Earl Spence and that team and over there fell out. Because I was like, bro, you niggas is full of shit, man. You niggas is frauds, man. You niggas is frauds, man. Frauds with this shit, man. Like, you niggas is all frauds, smoke and mirrors. Look, if they was getting the money like how they was getting it, why the fuck is you and Derrick James in court, right? Think about it, man. If we making millions and millions of dollars, right? They fought 28 successful or 27 successful fights together, right? But yeah, he taking Earl Spence to court for $2 million. You mean to tell me, $2 million is a lot of money, but that's no shit to really go to court for. If that's like me and my team or me and my partners, we broke bread 27 consecutive straight times. So now this last time, the money might be a little funny. I'm not gonna be like, man, I made all this money with you 27 times prior. We just gotta work this out. He took him to court, man. That just lets you know all you need to know right there about the money they was making. It's like, bro, one fight, right? Which wasn't it wasn't really one fight. It was the biggest fight, the real payday. That was the real payday. The Terrence Crawford fight. All those other fights when they were saying, I remember and I wish I see this dude. Because I'm going to do him the same way I did the other dude, right? The defamation of character and slander against my brand and businesses, right? But I remember this dude He was a part of my language right now is gonna come out of me. I was trying to be nice. This nigga was an Earl Spence, Derrick James dick suck. He was a dick suck, right? He used to always try to discredit me, right? And if I see him right now, I will spit on him. That's how I am. I'll spit on you, nigga. Because I want you to do something stupid so I could put you down, right? But this guy would always try to, I'll be like, yo, bro, you're lying. They didn't make that money. They did not make that money, man. Stop it. They made good money, but they didn't make nowhere near that. These niggas, oh, he made $18 million when he fought Mikey Garcia. No, he did not. No, he did not. He just killed it with Terrence Crawford. That is why these guys lost their mind. That is why they lost their mind. Derrick James suing them and all this, right? Because they finally got the big payday. We like to call big bucks, no whammies, right? But it just to me, it was validation because a lot of stuff that I spoke about these guys for years, it came out and they can't hide no more. But hopefully they work out their situation. And you know, to be honest, right? If you know the legal system, they should have settled already. They're probably the money that they're spending in legal fees now. This been going on for some time now, right? A couple years now, right? Because he just did the interview with Aka Baraka. He said he couldn't talk on it because they were still in court. So you're spending money just to try to get money. Hopefully, it's worth it. I don't know. I don't really follow those guys. And when my man from Texas be sending me this shit, I'll be like, yo, build your brand, brother. Don't build your brand. Don't send me those guys. I don't want to see them. I'm not reporting on them. Build your brand, brother. You know, they got whatever they got going on. That's their shit. Build your brand, brother. But yes, Jake Paul has exposed Gervonta Davis. He has exposed the fact that the biggest star in boxing had to go to the YouTuber and fight the YouTuber on the YouTuber's network now to get and he's probably going to get the biggest bag of his career right now. Does anybody want to debate that or debunk that before I move on? He's probably going to get the biggest bag of his career, right? Right? Does anybody want to debunk that? Before I move on. Chat. Does anybody want to debunk that? Right? I bet you not. Nobody wants to debunk that, right? He's going to get the biggest bag. Right? He's going to get the biggest bag fighting Jake Paul. Does anybody want to debunk that before I move on? Right? He's going to get the biggest bag fighting Jake Paul. Man, the exhibition. The biggest bag. Let me know, man. Say, yo, you're lying. Say, yo, you're lying. You don't know that. You're pocket watching. Am I pocket watching? Or did Tank tell us that? Look at the thumbnails, y'all. Just want to show y'all this, man, because I know my saying it's cool when they do it. See, I was going to use this one. 20K a month YouTube fame. I was going to use this one. This is the file. This one is still. Band to make you dance. Go Tank. Band to make you dance. Now, this is the type of money some of these guys said they was making. Some of them said more than that. Some of them was making more than that. I think some of them said they was even making 100K a month. 100K a month, man. That is, if you make 100K a month off your YouTube channel, that is $1.2 million a year. You're a millionaire. That's what some of these guys said they was making. Now Jake Paul was probably making that or more, and look what he did. He became a promoter. He has a lot. Yo, look, he's been a part, and I was at the joint, man, November. I was at the Boxing Hall of Fame. The Jake Paul fight that he put on with Amanda Soriano and Katie Taylor is in the Hall of Fame up there. That was the biggest fight at the time. I think they have since on want to break that record when they fought in Dallas, I think. But at the time, the one in Madison Square Garden, Katie Taylor, Amanda Soriano broke records. I have the content; it's out there. It's channel members watch it. The rest of y'all, I put the content out. It's out there. When I was at the Boxing Hall of Fame, they broke the record. Jake Paul was a part of that, man. This guy went from being a content creator, TikToker, right, to now one of the bigger, more successful promoters. Just not women boxing promoter, because now we have to include him as one of the more successful promoters. And you say, why do you say that? He's fighting the biggest pay-per-view star. See, I'm going off of what you guys been saying for years. Tank Davis is the big pay-per-view star. So Jake Paul as a promoter, right? MVP promotion was able to secure fights with the Icon and Mike Tyson, the exhibition, right? Now, when we talk about pay-per-view stars, Iron Mike Tyson, right? Arguably the biggest, one of the biggest, right? He got Mike Tyson. Now he's getting the current, modern day pay-per-view star, Tank Davis. And if we want to take it a step further, right? The Paul family, because remember, Logan Paul fought who? Mayweather. Another pay-per-view star. Now, I don't think the Logan Paul fight was under MVP promotions, but still, it's a hell of an accomplishment for that name, that Paul name and legacy. Are y'all following that? Did y'all follow that? A couple of y'all still in here. Did y'all follow that, man? I'm loving it. Look, people are coming in, but they just not commenting, man. Or just not commenting. Y'all just not commenting. Right? Man, the DA, everybody in this young Dolph trial, black. The DA was a black lady, right? Wasn't she? The judge was a black lady. Memphis is a black town, man. It's just sad to see black millionaires murder one another without a hit. Yo, Lamont Roach. Yo, respectfully, my guy, and I like you. I gotta just put this out there. Tank Davis is not a duck for not fighting you, right? He fought you, right? Now you're saying he's a duck for not fighting you. So if you don't fight Gary Russell, we can say the same thing about you now. You know why? And look, the universe is undefeated. Now look how karma's working on your ass, right? You are saying that Tank Davis is a duck, right? Because he doesn't want to face you. Tank Davis doesn't want to face you, right? He's going on to fight Jake Paul and make a shitload of money in the exhibition. But you tried to play Gary Russell on some same type of ish. When you said, and that's what I was trying to explain to CW. I was like, he doesn't want to risk fighting Gary because if Gary gets up on him and knocks him off, he's not going to ever get a Tank Davis fight again. His stock is going to fall, right? But you're saying Tank Davis is the duck because he's gonna fight a guy who they're gonna make a shitload of money. T, what up, man? T, are you at work? If you're not at work, T, you want to come on? I'll send you the link. Because I knew you probably wanted to jump on yesterday. I did the open panel yesterday on this, man. Gary's a threat. Facts, T, you know that, man. That's why, I talked about that yesterday, man. I said Gary was a dirty nigga. He was a dirty, dangerous nigga. Yeah, I figured you was at work, G. Gary is a dangerous, dirty nigga. Right? Yeah, it's a risk, man. But, you're a duck now, Lamont Rose. Fight Gary Russell. They know Gary don't got nothing to lose. Gary's like sauce, right? That's what they tell niggas about me. Don't do no business with that nigga. He's dangerous. Right? Gary's dangerous. I see that nigga's dangerous, man. Gary's gonna fuck up the money. They like, he's dangerous. Don't do no business with that nigga, right? Cause see, he fuck around and fight Gary and get his ass whooped. He's done, right? He ain't gonna get a Tank Davis fight. See, he's living off of that Tank Davis fight right now, man. But you're gonna have to fight somebody, man. Maybe Shakur. Now, I'm gonna say this. If I had the preference and I was advising him, I would take the Shakur fight, man. Because Shakur is a dangerous fight too. But I think if you lose to Shakur, right? Because I think Shakur will get on you too. It's just, Shakur. But if you lose to Shakur, right, you can still probably get a Gary Russell fight. But if you lose to Gary Russell, it's over. It's over, man, because Gary's an old dog, man. You rather lose to the younger dog who right now they will say it's his time. He's in the pride. He's the king of the pride, right? One of the kings, one of the Roman lions out there, nomadic lions. But if you fuck around and lose to Gary, they're gonna be like, oh man, it's this guy, And I'm not fronting on Gary. Gary's family, but I'm just letting you know how the game is, man. I'm in the game, man. These niggas don't want to give me my flowers. I took them myself. I'm in the game. You lose to Gary, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he ain't have it, right? Word. Because Gary's considered on the back nine of his career, Whereas Shakur is still, taking over the round, right? Yes, it is. T said it's all kind of smoke at 1:30. It is, man. Because you got the youngins coming now, man. The what's the name is a couple months away, right? From ascending. Making his run at the world title. Abdullah Mason. Shout out to Abdullah. We talk with our hands. We talk with our hands, man. Abdullah. Dula. That's how his dad be saying it, yo. I remember my first ever fight that I shot ringside was for Abdullah Mason in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I remember his dad, because when you shoot ringside, you be right there in the corner. And I was in Abdullah's corner, right? And Abdullah put dude down quick. I really didn't get a lot of shots because the fight was over in the first round. But I remember his dad was in the corner like, Dula! They call him Dula, man. Dula the Jeweler, man. He drops them gems on you, man. Dula put dude down quick, man. I was like, damn. I thought I was gonna get some practice. That's how you get practice shooting the fights. I was like, I'm gonna get some practice. Dula put my man down the first round. I was like, damn, that was quick. I got some good frames, but it was like, damn, I thought I was maybe get a couple rounds, man. It is what it is. But yes, Gary definitely is a threat, man. But the Shakur fight will be the safer fight for him. Because if you lose to Shakur, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, Shakur's that guy, man. He's young. But if you lose to Gary, and Gary get up on you, which I think Gary can, man. Gary's a nasty motherfucker, man. And Gary's a sauce, man. He got the sauce, man. He has that chip on his shoulder, man. He just feels like, they overlooked him, they disrespected him, they put him on the shelf, right? And Gary can thump, man. T, T. T, you had the privilege of lacing his guns, man. Unlacing the guns, man. That is a hell of an honor, man. Me, I be in the gym, so I respect shit like that, man. You seen the other day when I laced up Marley, I said, yo, these are $1 million hands. Niggas don't even understand what I'm talking about when I say things like that. See, you laced a pair of $1 million hands, man. You had the honor. Man. And now they'll be like, man, Gary Russell ain't got no $1 million hands. You stupid. Let's get to that. Shout out to Zip with the Drip, right? Gary Russell has $1 million hands, right? Let's break that down. What I mean by that, right? He was one of the former longest reigning WBC champions, right? How many professional bouts does Gary Russell have? Is it fair to say that Gary Russell, throughout his career as a professional prize fighter, has made more than $1 million? 5 in the building. Somebody comment, man. Comments are free, man, before I continue to go on with the source, man. Comments are free. Is that a fair assessment to say that Gary Russell, as a professional prize fighter, a professional gladiator warrior that fights for a prize, which is a check, has made more than $1 million fighting? Is that a fair assessment? He said they can put dudes on game. All the Russells can. Facts. But Gary Russell has $1 million hands by far, easy. He has made more than $1 million. So when you hear me say that a fighter has $1 million hands, right? Now you don't have to be a fighter to have $1 million hands. You could be a doctor. You could be a surgeon, right? You could be a dentist. Dentists have $1 million hands, right? People laughed at me. I be like, I got $1 million hands, nigga. Right? They be like, no, you don't. T, do I need to throw up some of my I'm not there now, but I operate machinery, heavy machinery. These are $1 million hands. But come to the gym and I'll put these $1 million hands on you. I made a joke yesterday. I said, I want to do an exhibition with some of you content creators. We won't make $1 million, but I do have $1 million hands as well. That's why it's easy for me to recognize $1 million hands and $1 million players. And a lot of you content bums are not familiar because, like I said, most of you guys just sit around all day. You don't support nothing. You let days waste by. Man. 4 in the building, man. How is the content looking now, yeah? How is the content looking? Everybody is upset with Tank. Why would you be upset with the pay-per-view king? He's telling you he needs to get to the bunny. And shout out to Netflix, man. Shout out to Netflix. How is the content looking now, man? And shout out to you, T, man. That right there, that is some classic content that we have. I was glad I was able to cover that, especially with our history. You being one of my good childhood friends and us growing up in the projects together, and now both of us having families and daughters and kids, to see that and to always have that. And that was early in my media company channel. I could always reflect on that. Like if I don't do nothing else in boxing media, right? That's why I just be chilling now. My boxing media catalog now consists of me developing young fighters in the community. Like, I don't really like covering boxing like that no more. I like to just be in my neighborhood, working with the kids. Because like I said, I'm 2 years away. In 2 years, Amani probably will be the next one up. And then we have a couple more after that. But it'll be Amani and Marley. And, I'm just chill. I'm in the community. But I always could, if I'd never covered another big time boxing event, my catalog right now is Hall of Fame status, man. Nobody. Does anybody want to debunk that? I have Hall of Fame catalog status right now, man. Real talk, Hall of Fame, man. Hall of Fame, man. My man right here that's in the chat. It's on my channel, right? We have world champion fighters, past, present, and future, right? You guys slept. My man Africa, Richard Hitchens is the world champion. I took my guy with me early in my media career. He has an interview with Richard Hitchens. Richard Hitchens is a current IBF world champion. This man right here, who I have highlighted in the comments, also has content taking off the gloves of Gary Russell Jr. Right? It's documented. It's all in the catalog, right? He also, in if the PVC and them wasn't biased and jealous gatekeepers, they will put out a lot of the content. When the Russell family, and rest in peace to my uncle Big Gary, when they came in there, they set up by us. They set up by us because, and that's how God works, because the Premier Boxing people, they did not want me to get no content. They didn't want me to work. They tried to make it hard for me. But when the Russell family came in there, they set up by me and my team and my guys. So we was in all of the content and the footage. You know, Gary was wrapping his hands, and Antonio, shout out to Cousin T.O., who just won his fight last week. They was all with us. They was all with us on the ring aprons. Yeah, we was looking like an African predator crew, man, in there. We was all looking like that. The footage is out there. I don't have to lie. Like I said, I have Hall of Fame. I have Hall of Fame stats, man. That's why I talk my shit, and whoever don't like it, do something, man. Like Jadakiss said, pop off, nigga. Pop off when you see me, man. Pop off, man. But these are the facts, man. Just like, nobody gives me my flowers, right? I got Dominic Brazil his fight against Wilder. I got him his fight, man, because I remember this specifically, right? I was covering him, and he was talking reckless, right? He was talking reckless. He was at Gleason's gym. It was at Gleason's gym, right? And I remember Wilder was putting shit to sleep. Wilder was parking everything, and he gave me the interview. And one of the TGB girls tried to rush him off. He was like, "Nah, I'm good." He was like, my aura was like, he was like, "Nah, I'm good." He gave me the interview, right? She tried to rush him off. She didn't want him to take a picture, do nothing. He gave me the interview, right? He was like, in the interview, that nigga said Wilder was running from him. I was like, what? I said, right? He messed me up when he said it, right? I was like, you talking about Wilder? He said, yeah, man, Wilder, man. He's running from me. I was like, wow. And then we all see what happened, man. Wilder had put that nigga into a seizure, but he got the fight, man. So sometimes you can talk yourself into a fight, man. You can talk yourself into a fight, man. Shout out to Dominic Brazil. That was a big dude, man. He really wasn't a boxer. I think he was a football player. But T, you remember that, man? Those were the days, good days, man. Like I said, I have a lot of history with the Premier Boxing Champion. They just, like I said, like many others, they overlooked me. And then they got comfortable, because a lot of times when people think they have you figured out, or you're a janitor, or they think they're better than you, that's how they do you. But they did me like that, and you see what I say now. Now you can't afford my services. You gotta come correct, man. Especially if you was a jealous fan that didn't do the free thing. You gotta come correct. But shout out to Dominic Brazil, man. Big Dominic. Dominic Brazil. Wilder put him down, man. That was hilarious, man. He said, "Yeah, man, I'm talking about Wilder." Yeah, he was talking about Wilder. I said, "Yeah, you know you're talking about Wilder, right?" He was like, "Yeah." But how is the content looking, y'all? Uh, you on the back. See, that's that coffee, man. I want to got me an iced coffee. Joe Dini told me stop drinking those. I haven't been drinking. I only drink them when I'm home. If I was at work right now, I would have had water, coconut water. I would have had spinach and all of that. All right, I'm trying to find something real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. Where my member only videos at, man? Where my member only videos? I don't know how to do it, y'all. I was trying to find it. Um, I'll figure it out. It's the way to sort them. All right, here they go. Right here, look. I'm gonna find it for y'all. I'm gonna play it. He called out Wilder, man. Can y'all see this? Look. Here it is right here. I'm gonna show y'all. Boom. I'm gonna show y'all right now. I might, you know what I might even do? I might remix it real quick. So here go Richard Hitchens, right? 6 years ago, man. 6 years ago. Shout out to Pure Gold and Cap Taylor, Elliot Ness, right? Joey Gamar. He got KO bad by Arturo Gotti. This guy right here. He was a good fighter too. This is Mendez Boxing before they close it down. There goes little B Hop. Yeah, this is T's interview right here. This is T. T, this is your work. I put it in members only. If you're still in here, T. That's yours. This is me and Richard Hitchison. Shout out to Coach Lenny. Right here. So this is Hall of Fame shit. Look at young Shoo Carrington. Y'all don't know Shoo. So when y'all see me with his dad and all that, you niggas be sleeping on who I am, man. Showtime Sean Porter. This is all PBC stuff right here. Gleason's Gym. Little B Hop before he lost his way. Jared Swift Hurd. This piece of shit, right? Look, that's why you can't hide no more. Look at him. Trainer of the Year. Look, I gave him that title before he had it. 6 years ago, Trainer of the Year, right? These guys backstabbed, but look how God turned it all around. That piece of shit. Shout out to the Blade right here. Iran Barkley. Look, that's where Iran Barkley cut the line. Yeah, he cut the line. This was when Earl Spence had his meet and greet, right? Yeah, these bozos and clowns didn't know who he was. Look, this is the meet and greet right here. I was all there. Look, that guy said he didn't know me though, right? This is Earl Spence's meet and greet. Iran Barkley cut the line. Yeah, they tried to run down on Iran Barkley. I was like, yeah, that's Iran Barkley. Y'all don't know who that is? He was about to beat up the security and Derrick James. Like they tried to run down on him like he was just some regular nigga cutting the Iran Barkley, man. The Blade. I don't even, man, who's up in here, man? I'm putting that in members only. I didn't even realize I didn't even have that in members only. That's going in members only. Look, the Blade.
Do you have a car? Do you have a clean driving record? Did you know that you could pay as low as $39 a month?
Tackle Fitness, I'm here. This man needs no introduction, man. A legend, man. Mr. Barkley, man. You know, yo, he knocked out Tommy Hitman Hearns, former world champion.
It's gonna be a good fight.
Okay.
You know, I ain't really worried about it. But it's gonna be a good fight.
All right. You know, the young man to the behind this over here, Earl Spence Jr. He gets a lot of comparison. You, the Hitman Hearns, the Sugar Mr. Earl Jr.
You know, he's coming through with it, he's pulling it off, and it's going. You know, you just gotta keep one step. That's all.
All right, I hear that, man. And let's get back to Gleason's. You got any guys coming out that you're training right now, the Gleason that you want to mention?
I'm not training guys too much, but you know, they want assistance. They ask me, I'll give it to them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's a lot of good young fighters coming out of Gleason. Just older guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good.
All right. I appreciate your time. Man, this is a great man, a legend, former champ. I'm gonna call him Mr. Barkley, man, because I always pay homage to the legends, man. Thank you for your time. This is Jackal Fitness.
You see that? Yo, you see that? That's why I don't really use a lot of this content, right? I don't do it, man, because a lot of that content, I no longer use that moniker. Hey, man, the Blade. I ran Blade Barkley, man. Right? I gotta put that in. I'm about to put that in members only, man. That should have been in members only. I don't know what is going on. Let me get that in members only right now. That video is going into members only, y'all. Y'all will not be getting that no more. I did not realize you guys can't get my content like that no more. Especially if you overlook me, right? If you overlook me, if you was one of these guys that sit online day after day with no motion, right? You organize boxing gatherings, you sit online, you group chat and do all that shit. You can't get my content, man, respectfully. You can't. You can't. You've been a disrespectful maggot. So you will not get my stuff. And then it's that is going into the goddamn only members only. Now, good thing I'm strolling through my joint today. See, I'm at the desk, right? So I got a little bit of time. If I didn't know I was at the desk, I was like, yo, let me do this right now. Edit. Where's the edit button, man? I gotta go back one more time. Let me go back one more time. I did not realize that, man. That video right there should have been in members only. Where is it? There go, yeah, look, Mark Breland. This is some members. That'll go into. I'm gonna put that in the members in a second. I wanna get the. I got Dominic Brazil on here. Yeah, look, this was Edgar Berlanga. Come up days right here. King's Theater, Marcus Brown. That's when Marcus Brown called out. He called out Badu Jack on my platform. Here goes Wilder. Wilder was the king. Wilder was the man. It just went all bad for him after fighting Tyson Fury, man. That was his demise, man. That was truly his demise, man. Day. There goes a lot of Patrick Day. Look at CEO Nasai, man. Nasai's a big girl now. Junior high. There goes T. Early Jack Talk podcast days. With the squad. Yeah, man. Patrick Day waiting right there. They go shoe again. Yeah, this is heat right here. Look at John Davis Jackson. Heat, man. Damn, man, I gotta put more. Well, these in the members zone. Yeah. I did not realize a lot of these videos ain't in members only, man. I'm gonna do today. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Look, see, as soon as I said that, I'm gonna put a lot of these in the members only. Coach Calvin Ford, right? Patrick Day again. There goes T-Dog, right? My man Famous Wilson. Man, look at Abe, man. These guys fell off. Remember, AB fought Manny Pacquiao. Crazy. Why does it keep going? Look, I don't know, man. They don't want me to stroll down by catalog. They telling me the catalog is too heavy. They telling me the catalog is too heavy, man. Look, remember him? Josue Vargas. Jose Petraza. Look, early Teofimo Lopez. See, why does it keep going back right here, man? Dominic Brazil. Rest in peace to Nassim Richardson. Here it is right here. Look, I told you, gems. I found it, T. Look, Wilder was running from me. Look, that's I don't even have that in I got I'm putting this in the I'm definitely putting this in the what's the name, man? This is going in members only. Here it is right here, T. I told you my catalog is crazy. I told you it was on here. Dominic Brazil says Wilder is running. He said that nigga was running. Why here fucked me up when he said this. 6 years ago.
We got the champ right here. This is a video. I'm gonna interview him. Footage later on about his workout, man. Crafty guy, speed, power, man. Just let the people know what they can expect on Saturday night.
Man, check me out, man. If you can't be there live, check it out on Fox, Big Fox, man. PBC on Fox.
Yo, this is it right here. Yo, this is it right here. Look, oh yeah, they hating right now. Why they freezing my stuff up? Y'all peeping this? Y'all peeping this? Look, it's too much sauce, man. See, they can't debunk the receipts. Yeah, they cannot.
Video. I'm gonna interview with Dominic, man, big boy, man. You seen? I'm gonna post the footage later on about his workout, man. Crafty guy, speed, power, man.
Man, why is shit freezing for, yo? It's nasty out here, man. Yeah, look, it's nasty. Get off my platform, man. Tell the agents get off my platform, man. I'm at the desk. Tell the agents.
Some eggnog, man. Chris around the corner.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to a prime rib, baby.
Definitely, man. Like, Appreciate that. Yeah, one more final question before I let you go, man. Who do you see afterwards this fight right here that you want to call out? Early predictions, like, you got the big babies, you got the guys out there running around. I know you've been calling a lot of guys out. Who is on your chopping block?
Title, but the president of WBC said it's time to fight. That's the guy I want.
You know who that is? That's Dr. Wilder, man.
Wilder right now, man. I'm chasing it because I keep saying he's running, man. He's running.
So while I got you here, did you see anything that Tyson Fury,
Wow,
give you anything that shows?
I think Wilder do a good job of adjusting, man. To be the WBC heavyweight champ, man, you got to be able to move and slick and adjust it into anything that's put in front of you. But a guy like Tyson Fury, man, he was standing right there in front of you. Eventually, you caught up to him and knocked him down with the right hand. But you can't continue to throw the same 1-2 over and over again. And then get frustrated and get wild, man. Like, this is boxing.
right there. I told you I got gems in my catalog. Yeah, he said Wilder was wild. Yeah, he was talking reckless about Wilder, right? Yeah, they was trying to cut my interview, man. Yeah, the PBC been dirty forever. Yeah, they was trying to cut my interview, man. They never wanted me to shine, man. But look what God did, man. Bigger and better. Yeah, they was look, the friends right there, man. He said Wilder was running, man. He said Wilder was running. Running, hard. For hours and hours listening to clowns. Y'all listen to credible clowns. y'all listen to credible clowns on this internet that can't post a receipt. They can't post a receipt out here. Y'all listen to credible clowns with this boxing, man. Heard to my mother, y'all listen to credible clowns, man. It is Throwback Thursday, man. The sauce is in effect, man. I'm putting that into members only, man. Damn. I forgot all about that, man. Gems, man. I told you. I got Hall of Fame classics. That is a Hall of Fame classic right there, man. How is the content looking now, y'all? I'm about to remix these joints right now, man. As we speak, you see my phone blowing up. I'm about to get on some of those right now. I'm getting on some of these right now. I'm putting these out right now. As we speak, y'all. Right, as we speak, man. I got heat out here, man. Heat. Heat, y'all. They overlooked me, y'all. They overlooked me, but it's all good. Cause now I'm changing that. Look, I'm changing the name because see that's you know why a lot of times I didn't put a lot of this stuff out because it has the Jackal Fitness name. I don't like that. I'm putting Shanewz Boxing, man. I'm putting Shanewz Boxing, man. Not no Jackal Fitness. That's what I'm putting, man. I can't do the Jackal Fitness. It's just Shanewz Boxing, y'all. Blade. That's why I be calling Malachi. I be calling Malachi Iran Barkley. Yes, sir. Putting this out right now. A couple of these clips, man. Drowned them. Drowned them in the sauce, y'all. Drowned them. Drowned them in the sauce, y'all. See, we multitasking. I'm multitasking right now. I'm dropping some shorts. I'm editing some stuff up right now. You know? Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed this content this morning. Let me see if that posted. Did it post? Damn. There it goes. It posted. Look at this right here. Let's get to this. It's Throwback Thursday, so I'm gonna put a couple throwbacks up, y'all. Put a couple throwbacks up real quick, y'all. Fire. Drop this real quick. I'm gonna do the Dominic Brazil one too right now. Get my content out, man. Because one thing about legends and legendary content, which I have. I have a legendary catalog. Yeah, your receipts age very well. Your stats, especially when they try to deny your truths, man. And when they deny your truths and you stay consistent and you've been putting in work, and the niggas that be on the sideline and the bushes hating on you, you just drowning them now. They running for cover. Yo, they are running for cover. They are running for cover. I'm about to drop this Throwback Thursday today, y'all. Let's look at these Dominic Brazil highlights, baby. Dominic Brazil. All right, how's the content looking, y'all? Yeah, I threw them throwbacks up there real quick from the channel. Yeah, they tried to freeze the video playback. Like, come on, man. Stop the nasty work out here, man. Stop it. Wait till I drop this one right here. I'm about to drop this one. It's Iran Barkley. So I'm at the desk right now. So while I'm at the desk, I'll play around a little bit for y'all.
First time trying to hoagie in Philly, and I'm trying to find a place called Cosme's Deli. Definitely hope my first hoagie experience. This is the
Italian hoagie. Yeah, he said it's wet and it's fire. He said he never had a hoagie before. All right, here goes the Dominic Brazil. Brazil. Oh man, they gave me 8 clips on this. God damn. They gave 8 clips. Yeah, this is it right here. I want this one. He called out Wilder. That's trending. They said they said this is trending. Hold on. This is trending. So I'm definitely gonna put this one out. That is what Oprah's clip told me. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, y'all. How's the content looking, man? Gonna go at the beginning. I'll go over here. We're gonna go right here. We're gonna get the emojis popping. Man, nigga said Wilder was running, boy. Yeah, he said he was running. We're gonna do some transition. There we go, right there. They know this clip is fire. They knew this clip was fire. That's why they gave me 8 on this one. 8 clips. Eight clips, y'all. We just remixing some throwbacks real quick. about to end the live stream. You know, you can replay it back. I found that Dominic Brazil. That did not end good for him. But I remember when he called him out. Yeah, he called it though. Wilder did not adjust well. I'm gonna play that one too. I'm gonna play that one too. That's what that was his downfall against Tyson Fury. No adjustments made. Sauce got the heat, baby. Let's go right here. I see the ill thing about this is when you got real receipts, right? Regardless of these people respect what you do or not, they can't deny it, right? They cannot deny, especially if you just sit on. If you're somebody that sits online, which the majority of these boxing content creators do, all you're doing is sitting online. And you're talking about opinion-based about fighters and what they need to do and should have done. Heat right here. Here's some more heat. That's some heat right there. I'm gonna put out. They gave me 8 clips with Dominic Brazil. I just want the ones with Wilder. Those are the classic throwbacks. The ones where he's speaking on Wilder are the ones that I want. Like this one right here. We just drowning them in the sauce, man. You was in competition. You was competing against me secretly as a content maker. Put your content out, man. Put your content out. That's all I do. Put your content out. See, organizing live streams and setting up thumbnails and P5, you've been lost because that's not my thing. I never wanted to do that. That's what you was doing, secretly trying to compete. Compare yourself to me. No, compare yourself to this right here. Go and post your work. Post your experiences, man. Post your experiences. Like these throwbacks I just did right now. I ran Barkley and Dominic Brazil calling out Wilder. Throwback Thursday. Post some receipts, man. That's why I always say my line. How long have you been jealous? How long have you been a jealous fan? How long have you been in competition? How long? Nasty work out here. How long? How long? Let me see what they've been doing. I noticed, right? They're not posting it to all my accounts anymore, man. I seen that yesterday. I was like, why is it not posting on Facebook? There it goes. Yeah, it posted. Yeah, I got it up there. I mean, that, it's up. Did that one post, y'all? How's the content looking, y'all? I just dropped some throwbacks real quick, man. Let's see what they looking like. Let's see what them throwbacks is looking like. Throwbacks looking like, man. Yeah, what them throwbacks looking like, yeah. The throwbacks looking like, man. Sometimes you just gotta drown them. When they've been jealous fans zone hating, you just gotta drown them, man. Drowning them right now. Drowning them right now, man. Drowning them, man. Drowning them, man. But yo, listen, man, I'm about to go to the laundromat, man. Go wash some clothes, man. You heard? I'm about to go wash some clothes, man. And you know, just get myself together, man. Get back on track, man. But how is the content looking now, man? Serious inquiries too, man. If you overlooked and talked down on my brand of businesses, it's okay, man. I'm off that, man. Just don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about the homies, because the homies gonna bang on the gang.
Hey, this is Coach Larry Wade, I Build Champions. Hey, I train professional boxers, and you with Sauce Talk Podcast. You don't want to miss anything that he puts on here.
Appreciate you, champ. You know the vibe.
Yo, you know who it is. It's Chop Chop Coley, one and only. I'm a Hall of Fame legend right here. I'm here with the sauce, y'all. We gonna chop it up real soon. Back in the kitchen with Chop Chop Kitchen.
Yeah, you know the vibe.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tumo-Keloa. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.